The consumer electronics industry and market are massive. In recent years, smartphones have surpassed the use of any other type of consumer electronics. Apple Incorporated is leading the way in smartphone development. Apart from consumer electronics, Apple Incorporated also provides software and online services. With its high level of innovation and brand loyalty, it is one of the most successful companies. Welcome to Forwolution, a space where business stories inspire exceptional people. In 1976, Steve Jobs, Steve Wozniak, and Ronald Wayne founded the Apple Computer Company. It was formed as a business partnership. Its first product, the Apple I, was a desktop computer developed solely by Steve Wozniak. Somehow, Ronald left less than 2 weeks after formation, selling his 10% stake to the two Steves for $800. The two Steves were forced to sell their personal belongings to fund the product's creation. As planned, the first prototype of the Apple I was unveiled in a short period of time. It was available for purchase soon after its debut. Next year, Apple Computer Incorporated was officially established by the two Steves. They had been referred to meet Mike Markula, a startup consultant and angel investor. Mike had ended up investing in the company and owning about 1/3 of the shares after realizing the enormous potential of the two Steves. In the early stages, Mike played a key role and contributed valuable business expertise. The Apple II was released in the following months. It was also developed by Steve Wozniak. Furthermore, it also included the world's first spreadsheet program for a personal computer, which was highly demanded for business use. With the spreadsheet program, the Apple II led the company to the top of the industry. In 1980, Apple succeeded in getting listed on the stock exchange. Its IPO price was $22 per share. At that time, it was also the biggest IPO, raising the most capital in history. After the first day of trading, the stock price had gone up to $29 per share, an increase of over 30%. The market value was close to $1.8 billion. A couple of years later, Apple introduced the Macintosh, the first personal computer to have a graphical user interface with a mouse. The company spent a huge amount on TV advertising, which cost $1.5 million. As a result, it raised massive awareness, and the advertisement is considered one of the most successful of all time. Initially, the sales were as anticipated. However, because of its high price and slow performance, the Macintosh was criticized for not providing good value for money. Meanwhile, there were some controversies among the executive management. Steve Jobs left the company and started a new venture with his former colleagues. On the other hand, Steve Wozniak had also given up his active employment at Apple to explore other opportunities. Both of them were still shareholders even after leaving the company. In 1991, Apple debuted the PowerBook and System 7. The PowerBook was the first laptop series to achieve significant success, capturing roughly 40% of the market. Its shape and design were referred to as standards for many newer laptops. System 7 was the Macintosh operating system that supported an improved and colored user interface. Throughout the 1990s, Apple rolled out a variety of products. These included CD audio players, speakers, TV appliances, and digital cameras. However, they were only average, particularly for the personal digital assistant, in which the company had heavily invested. Externally, it encountered major threats from its competitors. Apple struggled financially and was not far from bankruptcy. All of a sudden, it announced the acquisition of Next. Next is a computer hardware and software company founded by Steve Jobs after leaving Apple. The primary reason for the acquisition was to replace the current Mac OS with Next's operating system as its core. Steve Jobs was no doubt returning to Apple after a decade. He first worked as an advisor and was eventually given the role of interim CEO. Shortly, he conducted a comprehensive evaluation of all the company's products, and 70% of them were to be cut down. Within 1 year, Apple had a perfect turnaround, making a profit of over $300 million. Under the leadership of Steve Jobs, the company focused on only a few products to emphasize its innovation. Then, the iMac and the iBook were introduced to the market. The iMac is an all-in-one desktop computer that comes with integrated hardware, including a monitor screen, all in one unit. It is an ideal solution to balance performance and portability. The iBook is a laptop created with basic specifications and mainly as a substitute for the premium PowerBook. In 2001, Apple released Mac OS X, the core operating system for its Mac computers. It took years to develop, and it was built based on the next operating system. Steve Jobs' contribution is enormous and invaluable. During the year, the first 2 retail stores called Apple Store were opened. The Apple Store sells a variety of its own products. Gradually, with their architectural store designs, many of them have attracted massive foot traffic, increasing their branding and influence. The retail locations have also been expanded across the world. Months later, the iPod, a portable digital audio player, was unveiled. The iPod was able to store 1,000 songs and was small enough to put in consumers' pockets. Compared to the other MP3 players, it outperformed them by a wide margin. Previously, Apple rolled out iTunes, a software created mainly for music collections, and progressively added features for many types of digital products. Then, the MacBook, a new line of Apple laptop computers, hit the market. The MacBook family models have consistently owned a solid market share since their debut. In 2007, Apple TV, a digital media player, was launched. It distributes video from the received media data to a television or other external display. At the same time, Steve Jobs announced the groundbreaking iPhone. The iPhone has been recognized as a game changer for many industries. In contrast to conventional mobile phones, it has been designed for a multi-touch display with only minimal buttons. This smartphone is operating under Apple's new mobile operating system, iOS. Next year, Apple introduced the App Store, its application marketplace. The App Store allows users to browse and download applications on mobile devices. It has inspired the development of numerous functional applications, which are created by Apple and other external parties. These applications, particularly on the iPhone, have changed the way we live and brought convenience to our lives. Following that, the iPad continued to stun everyone. The iPad is a tablet computer that has a large multi-touch screen and only 4 buttons. It is smaller than any laptop computer. Apart from being for private use, iPads are becoming increasingly popular in business, education, technology, and healthcare. They offer a wide range of capabilities that cater to the needs of these sectors. In 2011, Steve Jobs stepped down as CEO, and unfortunately, he passed away after 3 months due to illness. Tim Cook has been appointed as the new CEO. With his guidance, Apple is entering a new chapter and establishing its dominance. Later, a smartwatch called the Apple Watch was launched. The Apple Watch was originally positioned as an iPhone complement and a stylish piece. Eventually, it connects with Apple products and services, particularly in health and fitness-related functions. Meanwhile, a mobile wallet, Apple Pay, was released. Apple Pay enables users to make digital payments with Apple devices in a convenient and secure way, both online and in-store. Over time, Apple's products and services have been upgraded into advanced versions. Its products have expanded to include smart speakers, headphones, device accessories, and so on. Recently, Apple has designed and gotten involved in a series of system-on-chips. These chips are created to serve as the CPU and GPU for Apple's desktops, notebooks, and tablets. According to the statement, these chips deliver superior performance and efficiency at world-class standards. Along the way, Apple has faced quite a few criticisms. These include anti-competitive practices, environmental impacts, and tax avoidance issues. The company has been taking steps to address the problems and is doing its best to rectify them. Nowadays, Apple has gone through the ups and downs of the business cycle. The market value increased from the initial $1.8 billion to over $2 trillion. It is always ranked at the top of the list of the most valuable corporations. The annual revenue is close to $400 billion, generating a healthy 25% net income of nearly $100 billion. Apple's advancements have made a positive impact on all aspects of our lives. Many thanks to Steve Jobs for his persistence on product innovation, which aligns with the company's slogan Think Different. So, what do you think of Apple Incorporated? Do you have any experience with them? What kinds of products or services do you think Apple Incorporated should provide in the future? Please comment. If you like the video, please leave us a thumbs up, subscribe to our channel, and turn on all notifications. A new video will be released on a regular basis. Thank you for watching.